and he lived happily ever after, we hope. Hello everyone, welcome back to Solo Mode. My name is Jamie from Foster the Meeple, and I'm here again today to do another solo playthrough for you. And today's playthrough is going to be on The Hobbit, There and Back Again, designed by Reiner Knizia and published by Office Dog Games. And I am very excited, and I'm just realizing the last video I did was also in the Lord of the Rings world. So, you know, it's a thing. Let's just see how long we can keep going, I guess, with Lord of the Rings stuff. But this is a roll and write game based in the world of The Hobbit, and it is essentially playing through the story of The Hobbit. It's a multiplayer game. You could play 1 to 4, but of course today we're going to be playing by ourselves. Now, I am not going to be playing the intro scenario today. I'm actually going to be playing part 4. I'll tell you how the main game works essentially, and then I'll get into how the scenario works that I am doing. But without further ado, I say we get into it because we have a long journey. Oh, and I guess I should probably mention, obviously, I am in a different filming studio. So part of the reason why I couldn't do a video last month is because we ended up moving from our previous studio. We moved it back into our house. So things have just been a little bit crazy, but finally we're in our new studio setup, but it's not completely set up. So hopefully, we're hoping lighting is going to get a little bit better. The background's going to get a little bit neater. Everything hopefully will be getting better. So please do bear with me as we go through the transition. I feel like I'm always going through a studio transition. It's just part of life now, you know? And this is Nandor. We call him Nandor the Relentless because he does not relent. So if you see him or hear him, just know it's just Nandor. It's fine. Alrighty, let's talk about how the game works. This is the workbook, and in the workbook, we have all of the different scenarios of the game. The first one that you can play is called an unexpected party. This is where you should start, and the workbook is essentially going through the story of The Hobbit. For today's video, I am going to be playing Riddles in the Dark, which is part 4. Why? Because I love Gollum. And why not? So for this one, it's going to be played differently than some of the intro ones, but essentially new rules are introduced for each part. Now, typically, there's going to be a lot more different tokens and a lot more different dice. So we do have these 5 white dice that will not be used in the scenario that we are playing today. But for the scenario that we're doing, we are not going to be using this. But for this basic one, you have different types of tokens. So there's going to be bread, and there's wizard hats, and there's swords. There's also these path tokens. And for the first scenario, you're actually trying to get all 12 of the dwarves to Bilbo's house. And you also have to feed them. So you need to be able to collect bread. And then as a bonus, you can get Gandalf and Thorin to Bilbo's house as well. Okay, so we're not going to be using those in the play today. I'm going to open it up to our page. So typically in a multiplayer version of this game, everybody's going to take turns rolling the die. Now, if you have the 5 dice, you're going to be drafting them. In this particular scenario, we're actually only using this one black die, the 12-sided die. All right, in multiplayer, somebody would roll, everybody would use that number, and then the next person would roll, everybody would use that number. However, how this is different is that we have a set number of rounds that we are going to be playing over. Okay, so for this particular scenario, and everything is laid out here in the book for us, but for part 4, 8 rounds is the limit. We're going to be tracking our rounds with this little Bilbo token. Okay. So you'll notice that there's symbols on the 3, 5, 7, 9, and 13. That signifies something that we have to do at those particular rounds. And basically that is to cross out some glory points so that we can't get them. So what does that all mean? In this scenario, we are going to be playing over 8 rounds or until we hit the end game condition. In this particular scenario, the endgame condition is the adventure will end when a player solves all 8 riddles. All other players, it's just me, are going to take their turn using the rolled number. But how we solve the riddles is we have to, this is a roll and write, remember, we have to be able to fill in the 4 surrounding adjacent areas. So not diagonal, but adjacent of all the riddles. The riddles are these, all of these different boxes here. These are golems. This is the One Ring, and this is Bilbo. Bilbo is going to be our starting point. Other spaces that you may notice on this mat in particular are water spaces. Any water spaces that we don't cover up during the play are going to be negative points at the end of the game. Okay, so that's our goal. We are trying to surround, basically on adjacent sides, the 4 adjacent sides of all of the 8 riddles. Another way for us to get points is surrounding the adjacent sides of the One Ring. If we are able to do that, we are going to score the 5 glory points, but we're also going to be able to score the additional 20 points. That doesn't need to be done before we end the game, but if we do happen to get that done by the time the game ends, we're going to score an additional 20 points. So how the turn is going to work is I am going to roll this die. Then I'm going to see whatever number it says, and I'm going to look at my player board. I can choose to draw any shape of that number or lower. So if I roll an 8, then I can choose to draw the 8 shape, the 7, the 6, the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. You have to start at Bilbo, but you can't draw over Bilbo. You also can't draw over the riddles, you can't draw over the One Ring, or you can't draw over Gollum. Okay? So if I rolled the 8 and I decided that I wanted to use this 5, I would literally just fill in that shape onto my board. Moving forward, I have to be able to connect to what I have drawn or to Bilbo. Okay? But that's how we have to start. If I cover up any of the bonuses, which are these kind of light shapes here, so if I had done this as an example, wow, that's not a very square. I am covering up this bonus 1 square, so I could choose to do this if I wanted to. Now in a multiplayer game, even if you cover up multiple bonuses, you only get to draw 1, but in a solo game in this scenario, you actually get to draw 2, okay? Now also in a solo game, so typically multiplayer, we roll the 8, everybody would choose what to draw. In a solo game, I roll this, I get to draw 2 shapes. They can be the same shape, they could be 2 different shapes, but so long as they're still following the number rule. After you draw something, so I just did that 5 as an example, you're going to color it in. Once you complete all 3 in that column, you'll color in the circle. And that's just going to signify points that you're going to get throughout the game. It doesn't mean that you can't draw that shape anymore. It just means that you've already fulfilled the line and you can't get more points for doing it again. Those are kind of the big things. The other thing is once you fill in, so if this is not a good example. Let's just say here, I'll do an actual example. If I was able to do this and I have now surrounded the 4 adjacent sides of this riddle, I get to color in that circle, and I will also circle these glory points because I was able to achieve it. In a multiplayer game, the first person to get that would be the only one to get those 3 points. That's where these numbers come in. At the start of the 3rd round, at the start of the 5th round, at the start of the 7th round in this particular scenario, we are going to have to look at any of the areas that have glory points that haven't been claimed yet and fill one in and basically remove those glory points, showing that we're not going to be able to get them. Okay? Woo-hoo. Then, once the game ends by either surrounding all of the riddles or reaching the end of the 8th round, we're going to tally up all of our points to see how many points we have achieved, basically. So we are going to look at this scoring here for how many riddles have been completed, essentially. So there's a total of 8. This is saying that if I've solved 3, I'll get 10 points. If I solve 4, it's 15, solve 5, 20, so on and so forth. 20 points if I was able to get all of the adjacent sides of the one ring. This is going to be the scoring for the completed columns of dice. So if I've completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 plus. This is going to be where I subtract points for any of the open water that's left, and I'll just subtract whatever the points are on it. This is going to be for how many glory points that I have scored. And then last but not least, in a solo game, if I was able to complete the objective. Once again, in this one, it's surrounding all of the riddles. If I'm able to complete the objective, I'll score an additional 20 points if I was able to do that before the game ended, essentially. That's it. That's how this one works. It's pretty straightforward. Some of them are definitely more complicated, more tokens, more everything. I say, let's just play, and I'll tell you what's going on as we do it. I just kind of I love a nice little relaxing roll and write vibe. All right, so we're at the beginning of round 1. We will roll the dice. And I got a 9. So that's pretty good. And I can draw any. Okay. So actually, I'm going to just do the 9. And the 9 is 4 straight. And we're just going to color it in. I'm going to try not to color really slow because it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to color in that first line for the 9. Okay? So I've already, look at that. I've already covered up one water space and I've already done one side of the puzzle. Now I get to pick another number. I could do 9 again. Or what I actually think I'm going to do is the 3. So we'll do the 3, and these can be, I should mention, they can be mirrored, they can be rotated, the shapes in any way that works for you. So I've already completed 2. Woohoo! Woo! Okay. I haven't done any bonus shapes or anything like that, I don't think. So that's both of my turns for this round. We are now going to start round 2. It's going to go very fast. 2, well, that doesn't give me very many options. So I am going to go ahead for the first one and do a 2, because that is going to complete my first riddle. Okay, so riddle completed, and I'll circle it because I got my glory points, and I'll do this. So now I can either do another 2 or a 1, and I'm actually going to do another 2. And I'm going to do this, and that's going to give me a bonus. So I've covered up a 1 bonus, and when you get the bonuses, you don't have to block anything off on your grid. So for the 1, I'll put it right here, because now I got 2 sides completed, and that's going to be that. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of, so we're on the beginning of round 3, so we'll have to get rid of one of the glory. Why not do this one? So I'm just going to fill it in like that. And I can still solve the riddle. I just can't get the glory. No glory. No guts. No glory. All right. If this goes quick enough, we may even have time to do another one. Okay. 11. That's what I like to see. I like it. And I actually... I think I am going to use the 11. I'm going to use the 11. Because the 11 has 3 across, which is going to give me this bonus, and then 3 down like that. So I'm going to have an additional 2. So let's remember that, shall we? Okay, so I have an additional 2. Well, I guess I may as well use it right here. So I've completed this. Okay, and I've done this. So now I get to do another number. Anything below, and I'm thinking a 3 would be pretty good. think. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm actually going to do a 9. And we're going to do this because the 9 is the 4 straight. I don't know if that was a bad use of a 9, but it's fine. Did I just cover something? Sure didn't. Okay, that's fine. I did cover that water space though, which is lovely. Okay. Cool. So that's that. Let's roll again. We're at the start of round 4 of 8, which means we're halfway through. Oh, speaking of 8. Okay, so I could do an 8. Ooh. Could do an 8. Huh. I think I will do the 8, and I'm just trying to think of the best place to do it. So it's kind of like a zigzag, but if I do it like here, which I will, I'll do it here. That's going to give me a 3 bonus. It's probably the easiest for me to just do this like this. So that's going to give me a 3 bonus and then another 3 bonus, because in a solo game, I could do 2. So for that other 3 bonus, I think I'll do, ooh, see, I can't do that one. I mean, I could, but all right, let's do this. Okay. I'm doing this so that I can remember what I've done. Yeah, I could draw up to 2 bonus shapes per round. Any additional are going to be lost. So let's keep that in mind. I've already drawn my 2 bonus shapes. So I think in the last video I mentioned to everybody that I was doing, I'm reading the Lord of the Rings series. I've just finished Fellowship of the Ring. So I'm about to go on to the 2 Towers, which is very exciting. And it's great. I have to recommend, I've listened to the audiobook, and I would definitely recommend the audiobook because it's just so, it's so thematic and I love it. Ooh, okay. So I think I'm going to do this 3. And I'll do it, oh no, we don't want to do it like that. Silly. I'll do it like this. Okay. Because the reason I didn't want to cover that is because it would just be gone. I couldn't use it. So this only needs 1 more to be complete. Okay. Cool. Anyways, yeah, I would definitely recommend listening to the audiobook. It's very thematic and it makes the songs a lot easier to consume. Oops. All right, so we're at the beginning of the 5th round. Let's just, I've already, look. I must have wiped that off, either with my sleeve or my hand. That is going to happen. Doesn't really matter. I'll just cross that one off, okay? All right, so now we have a 4. A 4 has the 3. Okay, well, here's what I'll do. I'll put it here, which is going to give me that 2 bonus. And I'll use the 2 bonus right away here, which will give me the 1 bonus, and that's my 2 bonuses for the round, which will give me this. Okay, so that was a 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5th round. Okay. And then, well, what should I do? I might do another 3, which is going to complete this and this. Okay, so we got another one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. And I should try to get rid of some water. And I would love to get those extra 20 points. But I'll also get an extra 20 points if I finish it before the end of the next round. So, I don't know. We're at the 6th round. 5. A 5 is just a square, which is not as helpful as one might wish it to be. Well, I think I'm going to put it here. Once again, I don't know if that was a good or a bad idea. That's okay. That's fine. And then I can do another one anything lower. And I think, man, I wish it was this. But it's not. That's okay. Anything lower. I could do a 5 again, and I'm gonna do a 5 again because that'll let me do this, and then I'll get a 1 square. And I think I'll put the 1 square right here. Okay. And that's another 5. Ooh boy. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it all done, but that's okay. So we'll go beginning of the 7th round. This one I can no longer get the glory points for, so I can still get the glory points for that one. And then after this, there's one more round. So I don't think I'm ending it. I don't think I'm ending it in the way that I want. Okay. Okay. I could do... Well, I'll do this. So that's, I'm going to do a 3. I don't get to fill it in, but that's okay. Because then for my second one, I could fill this in. I could do another 3. The 3s are really very helpful. Or I could do a 2. I'm going to do it 2 and do this. Okay, so that one's been circled around, solved. And then this is done. Okay, so we're on the 8th round. So I'm not getting the extra 20 points. Or the 1 ring. I need a really high number. A 6 is not a really high number. But here, I'll do this. So it's 1, 2... like this. So I've covered those. And then I can do this. So I will do the, oh, I gotta fill that in. Boop. I will do the 4 and do this, which will give me a 1 bonus. All these negative points. Give me a 1 bonus. Actually, let's take that back. Let's take that back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's take that back. Actually, what I'm gonna do is this is a 2, which will give me the 2 bonus, which I will then fill in here, which will give me the 1 bonus, which I will fill in here. So that's the 2 bonuses that I've used, and I can't do that because it's not attached to anything. Shoot. Okay. Well, instead, I will use it to get rid of this -4. Okay, so that's going to end the game because that was the 8th round. And now we have to calculate. I don't get the extra 20 points, which is a real bummer. You know what? I didn't do good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was not my best showing. That's for sure. Okay, but, oh, no, I didn't complete it. I was like, wait, I did complete it. I didn't because of this one. Okay, so I have solved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 8 riddles, which is going to score me 30 points. I did not get the 1 ring. Womp, womp. I only filled in 2 of these. So that's going to be 10 points. I am going to get -5, 6, 7, 8. So -8 for my open water. I am going to get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 glory. And then we're going to total it up. And I don't get the 20 points because I didn't complete the objective before the end of the game. So that's 30, 40, 55... 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 52, 29, 49, 48, 47. So that's 47 points. I don't think that's very good. I don't think that's very good. So, not my best showing, but it could have been worse. Now, we've not been playing for a super long time. I'm wondering if we have time, and we make our own time, so of course we have time, to do another scenario. Why not? What a mess. What a mess I've created. All right, I'm going to say we'll do another one because this one plays very similarly, so there's not going to be a lot of extra teach. So this one is part 6, and this is A Dark Way Through Mirkwood. Lost in Mirkwood, Bilbo and the dwarves are ambushed by giant spiders. Bilbo fights back, but the dwarves remain trapped in thick webs, their fate hanging by a thread. This one's going to be played over 7 rounds. Once again, we are using the black die. The objective for this one, so the adventure will end when a player fills in all 12 spider spaces. So we're actually able to draw right over the spider spaces, okay? All other players, but there's no other players, but they continue going. We are also trying to free dwarves because the more dwarves we free, the more points we'll score, and they also will give us glory. There is also these black private die spaces. So if I am able to surround the adjacent spaces of those, I'll get an additional roll. But same deal, I'll roll and I'll get 2 shapes. This is going to work the exact same as the last one. So we are trying to avoid filling in the sting spaces, which are these swords that are all around. So at the end, we're going to look at any of the swords that are still visible, and then we're going to score points accordingly. So if all 10 are still visible, we'll be able to score 12 points. 7 visible, it's 4 points. Anything below 7, we score no points. Okay? I think that's it. We are still going to be, this time it's 7 rounds. We are still going to be able to score the additional 20 if we can reach the objective before the end of the 7 rounds. And we're still going to be crossing off glory. And I think that's it for special stuff. Oh, no. If we cover up, and when we cover up a spider, we get to fill in 1 additional space. Okay? If we cover 2 spiders in the same go, then we'll get to fill another additional space. That's how it works. We got 7 rounds. Here we go. This one I picked because it's kind of Halloween-y, you know? And tis Halloween season. So we got a 10. You love to see it. We do have to start at Bilbo, and the impassables are we can't draw over the trap dwarves or the private black dies. So we have a 10. A 10. I'm actually going to do a 9 for this because I can do this like so. And because I've covered up a spider, I can do 1 more. So let's actually put it right here. Okay. Woo. So that's 1 spider. Maybe I should circle the spiders. Oops, where did he go? Sneaky spider. I'm just going to circle it because that way I'll know a little bit easier that I've covered them up, basically. Okay, so I get another one. Ooh, I want the 7 because I can do this shape. Perfect. Okay. I don't know if that was actually, that's fine. We'll take it. Okay, so those are my 2 shapes. Got it? Good. I didn't cover up any of those, so we're good. So we're on to round 2. 11. Now we're cooking. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm actually going to do a 10 for my first one. So, and for my second, I might do a 2 and do this because then I have freed 1 dwarf and I'm almost surrounding that. So that was 2. My goodness, we're at the beginning of round 3. Let's just block off this. Whoa, no, these all have different point values. Let's block off one of the 2s. That's silly. That was silly. I almost blocked off a 4. Okay. What is that, a 6? Well, it feels like such a waste to do a 1. However, I am going to start with the 3 though, because I want to do this, which is going to give me 1 bonus, and I've already forgot, we're not going to cover up the Spideys. We're going to cover them like this. Okay? So that's going to give me a bonus, which I can put anywhere. Well, like anywhere that's adjacent. That's going to give me another bonus, which I will put here. Get this. So I get a private die roll, but that was only my first. So I do the private die roll after I do my second. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I get 1 more. Well, I'm thinking I should do a 3. So then this one's also circled. And then I'm going to get the extra roll. So a 7. So I could do 7 or anything below. There's no block in this one. That's interesting. I really wish that there was a block. 7 or below. Because I would like, well, I'll do this one, which is a 7. So that's for my additional one, and that's going to give me another 1 square that I can do. So I will do it here. Okay. Cool. Ooh. Look, I could have done that. That's okay. We'll do that later. I wanted to do that. Right. My God, that felt like a lot. So we're beginning of round 4. A 12. Heck yeah. So a 12 lets me draw a 6. And I'm pretty sure it lets me draw anywhere. So the special thing about the 12 die is that you can fill in any 6. Doesn't have to be connected, which is helpful because I think I'll do this. Woo. Oh, it is connected anyways, but it's fine. So that's going to give me a spider, which will give me a bonus. Whoopsies. Okay. And I think what I will do for that bonus is I will do this, which is going to give me another private die, but I still have another one to do. So I could do another 12, which I feel like I should, right? I think I should, and I think I'll do it here. They're not connected, but it's any 6 available, and that's going to give me another bonus, which I think I will fill. Ooh. Here, maybe? Okay, now I get the black die. A 1. Perfect. Okay, I will take the 1 and I will fill it in here, I think. Alrighty. Okay, so now we're going to be on round 5. So we have to block off one of these. Oh, these are all worth more, so let's block off this one. Oh, this has been surrounded. Yoo-hoo. Oh, I should have put that one over here. It's fine. Okay, so that was the first one. I can basically only do a 1 if I've rolled a 1. So, and I can't, ooh, shoot. Where do I want to put it? Here. I want to put it here. That is where I want to put it. Okay. So that was, what a round. Let's go to 6. Remember, we only get 7 rounds, so next round is the last round. Definitely not a chance that I complete this one either. So we have a 6 though. And a 6. Just trying to think of how can I this. Look, a 6. It's gonna give me a bonus. I want to complete more of these. So the bonus, I get 1 square, which I'll just do this. And that's going to complete that. And then I could do a 3, which I'm gonna here, because that's going to give me another bonus 1. And that's going to complete the 3. I'll do the bonus here. Okay, definitely not going to complete it. That's okay. I am going to go to the next round. We'll just do this one because it's not happening. Last round, we rolled an 8. This will give me more points if I could do this one, which I can. Okay, so I've done that for 7. Oh, that might have been silly. That's okay. And then I could do another one that's below an 8. Ooh, or an 8. No. Well, I'll do the 4, which is 3, because that's going to give me 2 bonuses. See? 1 bonus. Oh, we won't do that one. That's silly. I'm going to actually do 1 bonus here, because it's going to give me an extra die. 1 bonus here, so that will complete him. Then I get the extra die. A 12. That's pretty good. I'm supposed to be trying to fill in all of the spiders. And so with this, I can do that. I just need to think about it. There's not really a place that I could put the 6 that makes sense. So for my extra die, I'm gonna do a 7, even though I can't fill it in. Or instead, actually no, let's not do that. Let's instead do the 4 like this. It's going to give me an extra 1, which I'll do here to get an extra 1. Are all the spiders filled in? Yes. So I'll do it up here, which will score me this at least. I still don't think that was very good. I think that's everything. My gosh, there's a lot to keep track of. Hopefully I didn't like use too many dice or whatever, but my brain is literally like, I think you might have used too many things. We'll see. Okay, so we're gonna do scoring now. So I don't score the extra 20 points because I didn't finish it in time. Yeah. But I did get all of the spiders. So that's 30. And let's see, I have saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dwarves. So that's 20 points. I'm going to get 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 points for the dwarves that I was able to save. I got only 2 of these. So I only completed 7 and 3. So 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I didn't cover up any swords. So that's 12. I think. So that's 30, 40, 50 up top. 23, 33, 43, 44, 45. So 95. That feels of 222 is the maximum possible. Oh, I didn't even look at the maximum possible. 129. What did I get? Like 60 or something? Not very good. But that, my friends, is The Hobbit. And those are two of the scenarios, and they all play slightly differently. Now, this one played obviously a little bit closer to the first one that we played. But like I said, some of them have tokens, some of them have different types of like terrains and characters and dice and all of that good stuff. But that is two of the scenarios. Love it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this game, I have to say. The more you play and the more strategy you get. I really wanted to play some of the later scenarios because I've only gotten to play this first scenario, and I've played it like 5 times because every time we play, we're playing with new people. And so you got to show them the intro. So I'm happy I got to try the other ones, and I definitely think my strategy may be a little bit different. Hopefully I didn't roll too many dice, but you know, it do be like that sometimes. I definitely recommend this game though, like if you're looking for a roll and write that's got like a nice like story and a ton of variability. It's not like you're playing the exact same game over and over and over again, which I think is great. But yeah, that's everything that I have for you all today. I'm going to be back again next month with another solo playthrough. And once again, that is The Hobbit there and back again from Office Dog Games. I am Jamie from BoardGameGeek and Foster the Meeple. I'll see you again next month, and happy Halloween, everybody. Goodbye.